For this first exercise of the chapter, we're going to create a person class to demonstrate the different techniques we've learned for creating classes. So we'll start by opening a program called person.py. We begin our definition with the keyword class, followed by the name of the class. Next, we're going to create our constructor. And what we'll have for a person is a name, a sex, and an age. That will be all we're going to define for a person for this particular exercise. So first thing we do is assign parameters to fields, just like so. Next thing we'll do is create our toString methods so that we can display the state of an object at any time. And we'll do it very simply, just like so. Next thing we'll do is create some methods that allow us to change some of the attributes or some of the fields of a person. For example, if the person is female, then we might want to be able to change a person name if, for example, the person got married. So we might write a function called changeName that simply allows the name to be changed. And then we also might want to be able to change the age, like on an annual birthday. So we'll write a method called changeAge. And what we'll do is we'll just assume that an age is going to increase by 1 whenever we change it. It's possible, though not likely, that we could need another method that would change the age by more than an increment of 1. But generally speaking, the only time a person's age changes is on their birthday. So we'll keep it at that. So we'll create a couple of objects here. So person 1 gets the following attributes: Jane Doe, female and 23 years old. Person 2 equals person Bob Smith, male, 55. Then we can say print person 1 plus person 1, like so. Now this could be an interesting problem. And what I'm looking at is how the age is probably not going to come across as a string. So what we need to do is go back and use the string function to change that into a string. And the other thing that we need to do is convert person to string when we write it out, like so. There we go. Now let's try another method. And looking at the method, you'll notice that we provided the age as a parameter, and there's really no reason to do that. So let's take that out. And then the changeAge method will just be an empty parameter list, like so. And then we can just copy this line, put it back in. You notice that the toString method is great for testing your class implementation to see if it's working correctly or not. So changeAge works just fine. Let's try one more method. I'm only working on person 1, and that's probably just fine. And then we'll use the toString method one more time on person 1. And here we see how person 1 changes as we apply the different methods to the person 1 object. So here's the code again. And really the only tricky part of this code is to remember that the object returned by the toString method has to be converted to string if we're going to use it in a concatenation with another string. If we're going to use it by itself, for example, to print the state of person 2, then we don't need to use the string function. So that wraps up this first exercise of the chapter, and now we're going to move to the second exercise where we're going to work with the string class and provide some extra functionality to that class.